Welcome to Journey in a Story, where every story teaches, inspires, and takes you closer to fluent English. Let's start today's journey. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because that supports us.
I was a poor boy with nothing more than worn-out shoes and a simple dream. But life, in its strange way, opened a door I never expected. I was accepted into a school for the wealthy. The walls were spotless, the uniforms perfect, and the cars outside sparkled like gold. Yet, inside those gates I discovered not only education, but also whispers, laughter, and silent battles that would shape my future forever. Jake grew up studying under a leaking roof in his small town. His family had little, but his heart was full of determination. One day, a scholarship letter arrived. It said he could join one of the richest schools in the city. His mother cried tears of joy while his father hugged him proudly. With an old bag and second-hand books, Jake set off early in the morning, ready to face a new world. At the gates of the school, he saw shining cars and students in clean, expensive uniforms. Jake felt out of place, but he reminded himself to be brave. When he entered the classroom, the whispers began. Ryan laughed at his shoes. Emma pointed at his torn bag. Jake said nothing and sat quietly at the back. When the teacher asked everyone to introduce themselves, Jake stood nervously and said, "I am Jake." The class laughed. Only Lily, a kind girl, gave him a gentle smile. At lunch, Jake opened his small lunchbox. Inside was a simple sandwich. Ryan and his friends laughed again, showing off their fancy meals. But Lily sat beside him and shared her orange juice. "Ignore them, Jake," she whispered. "Ati cet moment alone." But soon, Ryan threw bread at him, making the cafeteria explode with laughter. Jake clenched his fists and decided he would not cry. The next day, Jake arrived early. On the notice board, he saw an announcement for a science contest. Jake loved science and dreamed of becoming an inventor. In class, when the teacher asked a hard question, no one answered. Slowly, Jake raised his hand and explained clearly. The teacher praised him, while Ryan looked at him with anger. During sports class, no one chose Jake for their team. He stood alone until Lily said, "I'll take Jake." Together, they played basketball, and Jake surprised everyone by scoring points. The coach clapped for him. Afterward, Ryan warned Jake, "Stay away from Lily." Jake felt afraid, but deep inside, he promised not to give up. At home, Jake worked late with a small lamp. For the science contest, he used old wires and pieces of wood. His father cut the parts, and his mother painted them. Together, they built a small wind-powered car. On the contest day, Jake carried it carefully while Ryan showed off a shiny, store-bought robot. When the judges arrived, Ryan's friends mocked Jake's project. But Lily encouraged him. Don't lose hope. Jake blew on his car. And to everyone's surprise, it moved smoothly. The judges asked questions, and Jake explained with confidence how his invention could help poor villagers save fuel. The hall clapped for him. Ryan stuttered when it was his turn. In the end, Jake won first prize. His mother hugged him, tears streaming down her face. Ryan's jealousy only grew stronger. But life in the school was not easy. Ryan and his friends bullied Jake, tore his notebook, and even pushed him to the ground. Lily helped him and said, "They fear you." "Jake," the principal warned Ryan. But Jake knew the challenges were far from over. Soon, Jake's photo appeared in the school newsletter. Asterisk scholarship boy wins. Asterisk some students admired him. Others whispered that he didn't belong. Jake promised himself, asterisk, "I will prove that talent is more powerful than money." At the charity fair, Jake sold handmade paper toys. At first, no one cared. Then one child bought one, and slowly more children came. His stall became busy. Ryan tried to ruin it, but Lily stopped him. Day by day, Jake's hard work started to change minds. In class, Jake read an essay about his village, the river, the stars, and the quiet nights. At first his voice shook, but soon it grew strong and full of feeling. The class listened in silence. Emma whispered to a friend, "He speaks with heart." For the first time, Jake saw respect in their eyes. Even when Ryan tried to steal his pencil case, Jake stood tall. The teacher proved it was Jake's, and Ryan was humiliated. That night, Jake's father said, "Pride comes not from wealth, but from truth." Those words gave Jake new strength. When the debate contest came, Jake hesitated. But Lily encouraged him. "Your words are powerful." Nervously, he joined. Ryan spoke loudly but without depth. Jake spoke about dreams, fairness, and hard work. His words touched everyone, and he won. The applause was loud, and even Emma admitted, "I misjudged you." Slowly, Jake's courage shined. He wrote a play about kindness for the cultural show. The audience laughed and cried. The principal praised him. Ryan's performance was ignored, and his hatred only deepened. Final exams came. Jake studied hard under his weak lamp. Ryan cheated, but was caught. Results showed Jake ranked first in the entire class. His parents cried with pride. Lily hugged him tightly. Ryan fell to fourth place. Whispers spread. The poor boy had outshined the rich. Graduation day arrived. Jake's family sat at the back, watching proudly. When his name was called for a special award, the hall clapped loudly. Ryan's parents looked disappointed. Lily's eyes shone with joy. As Jake left the skates for the last time, he looked back. He remembered the whispers, the pain, the laughter, and the victories. He whispered to himself, "I came here poor, but I leave strong." Lily walked beside him and said, "Your story will not be forgotten." Jake smiled. His journey had proved one thing, even in a world of wealth. The light of a poor boy can shine brighter than gold.